Hi friends, thank you so much for being back. I'm so excited to be back with another video. I hope that you had a beautiful month of October and that you are having a lovely fall. This is my favorite time of the year, so I am really enjoying it and having a blast. And I am so excited to be back with another video. Here, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of my plans for the month of November, from art that I will be working on to projects, both for fun and professionally, and then also the books that I want to read, along with everything else. So thank you so much for being here. As you guys can tell, I have a lot of things to share with you, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So for this video, I want to share with you guys all of my plans for the month of November, and one of the things that I'm most excited about are these bags. I was able to get my hands on the viral Trader Joe's bags, which I am so excited about, and I got a few of them. I got these two for myself, I got one for my mom, and then I got an extra one for a giveaway. So if you haven't seen my last video, I am doing a giveaway for 100 subscribers to celebrate and to thank you all. And the giveaway is going to include the black Trader Joe's bag, not this one, this one's mine. The one that will be for the giveaway, I have it stored away so that it's kept clean and nice and new. These are mine, and I'm going to be giving away one of the Trader Joe's. It is the Trick or Treat canvas tote bag in the color black, because I figured black is good all year round. And I'm also going to be giving away one of the Dream It to Life journals, along with an original art piece that I'm going to be making. And if you are interested in entering the giveaway, I will leave the link down below for the video where you can enter for that giveaway. And the giveaway is going on for 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I will announce a winner. So if you're interested in joining, be sure to join down there. I will also link everything that I talk about down below. So if you're interested in any of the products that I mentioned, you can check out the links. So this is one of the projects that I'm going to be working on for the month of November. I am really excited to customize these bags, and I don't know if you guys have seen, but they are viral and people do some incredible things to customize their bags. So that's something I'm going to be working on, and we're going to go to a cafe and we're going to get all of the things. I want to add all kinds of embellishments, from painting on my tote bag to adding charms and doing embroidery on them, and so much more. So I am really excited about that. So this is one of the things that I'm going to be working on, and then I will share my finished customized tote bag with you guys once I'm done with that. Another thing that I am going to be working on, and this is probably what I am most excited about, is this giant moleskin sketchbook. So this is you can see my ring light here. So this is a moleskin watercolor art sketchbook, and I mentioned in my previous video that I really wanted this sketchbook. I wanted to have a larger space to work on, and I mean, this is huge. It's not even fitting in the frame. It is taking up the whole desk lengthwise, and I'm trying to see the size of it. So here are the specs. This is the Moleskin watercolor album, and it is cold pressed, and it is 60 pages. And it's acid free, and it is cotton fiber. It's 135-pound paper, and yeah, so I am really excited about this. And the sketchbook actually goes this way, and well, I guess it could go either way. I guess technically it goes this way, since the label is this way. So yeah, those are the specs, and I am really, really excited. I really wanted to have a large space to do art in. I think it technically goes like this, and then the strap goes here, so I guess it opens up and down, but I mean, you can use it either way, and I am going to be using it this way. So I will open it that way, and I am really, really excited. Okay, no, yeah, I have it right. It's sideways. And I am really excited to use it. I cannot wait. I'm actually going to share a video after this one of me trying out new art supplies, and this is going to be one of them. We're actually going to open it together and we're going to start testing some art supplies on there, and I cannot wait. So this is something I'm going to be working on. I hope that I can make many sketches on here. I haven't had a watercolor sketchbook in a really long time. I have this sketchbook here, which I have shared with you guys, and it is falling apart, and I haven't even had it that long. It's not watercolor paper, but it actually takes watercolor pretty well, but the best paper for watercolor is watercolor paper. And this is the last painting that I did in here, and I used watercolor and I used the Neo colors on top, dry, and I really like how it came out. I don't like this sketchbook, and I wanted to make more of these paintings, but in a watercolor sketchbook. I actually made a painting inspired by this painting here in my sketchbook that is now at a cafe on display, and that is another project that I'm going to be working on. I am going to create 7 pieces that are going to be displayed at the cafe, and I am really excited about that. So I'm going to be focusing a lot of my time on that, but for play, for relaxation, I will be working in this new watercolor sketchbook instead of this sketchbook. I think the sketchbook, I'm going to designate it for maybe pencil or a different medium. But yeah, so I am really excited to make this kind of painting with watercolors in this new watercolor sketchbook, and to have all of this space. I am really excited, and I cannot wait. So if you guys would like to see me open the sketchbook and test out some art materials and do some art, then be sure that you're subscribed and don't miss the following video, which will be all about testing my new art supplies. And this is a new notebook that I shared with you guys in my previous video. So I got this notebook last month, and I got it because this is a moleskin blank notebook. And I wanted it because like I said, I wanted to have a large sketchbook, and I was hoping that I could use this as a watercolor sketchbook, but it's not made for watercolor. As you can see, I tested out some materials here, and it did okay with the watercolor, but not the best. So, yeah, so I will be using this notebook. My favorite type of notebooks are blank notebooks, so nothing on the pages, which is exactly what this is. And I love cream colored paper. If you hear my cats, they're running around playing. I love cream colored paper. I'm not a fan of stark white paper. And so I think this is going to be a notebook for lists. I love making lists, and I have my Dream It to Life journals where I already have my daily notebook, my daily planner, and which is where I write my to-do list every single day. I have my big notebook where I take notes and things that I'm learning and things that I'm studying, where I brainstorm. And then I have my bullet journal / commonplace book, which is my fall notebook, which is where I am going to be recording all of the things that we do for fall, memories and special moments and all that. So here I was thinking this could be my list notebook. So I think here I am just going to write out lists because I love making lists, and I have a list for everything. I have a wish list that I'm constantly adding to, which there is a video coming up on my wish list for the holidays to give you guys some ideas if you know anybody who loves art, or who loves to write, or who loves to read, or who loves journals and planning. So I'm going to be sharing a video on that on my wish list, which will also be linked down below if you guys are looking for ideas for the holidays. And I have all kinds of lists that are constantly going. I have a movie list, which is another thing that I wanted to share with you guys. I recently started repurchasing physical media when it comes to like DVDs, and I've always had books. I'm not a fan of electronic books. I am not a fan of electronic media. I feel like I like having the physical movie with me and knowing that I can reach for it anytime that I want. So I'm going to create a long list of all of my all-time favorite movies, and I will be getting all of them so that I can have them with me and I can watch them. Continuing with art. In my previous video, I shared with you guys that I started this new sketchbook. This is a composition notebook that I converted into a sketchbook. And all I did was I added paint to the pages to sort of prep them for art. And then I have been making art in them. And I'm pretty sure I made her in the month of October. I didn't date her because I was debating, and I don't think you're going to be able to see her well because of the, because of my lighting, but I did debate whether or not she was completed, whether I was going to go back and change things because I messed up in her skin tone. I mix the paint myself, the paint colors myself. And so when I wanted to go back and fix some spots, the paint that I mixed for her skin tone was kind of close to her skin tone, but not really. It was different. So as you can see it right here. So I was debating whether or not I was going to try to fix it, or if I was just going to scrap this painting and throw it away, or, you know, I was debating what I was going to do about this painting. And so I never dated her, but I'm pretty sure I painted her in the month of October. And I would like to do more art in this notebook. I really like the way the pages feel. They feel very, very strange. It's a very different type of feeling. The way that this paper feels once you add paint over it, it feels almost plasticky, almost like leather. And I really like the way the paper feels, and I really like the art that I've been creating in here. So for the exhibition of my paintings, I'm going to make one of them inspired by her. I named this painting Bloom, and I think she's very, very beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see her because of the light. I know it washes things out, but I really, really like her. She's so whimsical and magical, and she feels very inspiring to me and uplifting, and just like someone who's come into their own. So I will be making a painting inspired by her. And yeah, I really like this painting. I really like how it came out. My mom was saying that she wishes I would have painted her on a canvas instead of painting her on here because she really liked her. And so yeah, I think I am going to paint her on a canvas as well. And yeah, this is just a sketchbook just to play and experiment and have fun. I am using this is just a composition notebook. It's this brand here, Deal Worthy. This is a composition notebook from Target, and it is made in Vietnam. Paper that is made outside of the US is better quality than paper that is made within the US. So if you do get a sketchbook, if you do get a composition notebook to make it into a sketchbook, I highly recommend that it is paper from outside of the US, since it is better quality paper. And yeah, I am really excited to continue making some art. I hope for the month of November, even though I know I'm going to be very busy working on those paintings that will be on display, I still hope that I get to do at least 2 more paintings in here. I've already prepped these pages, and hopefully very soon I will need to prep more. So those are my plans for the sketchbook for the month of November. It is to make 2 more paintings. And then when it comes to coloring books, I love coloring books. I think that it's so fun and so relaxing, and I have started just coloring with my Prisma markers, which I have really been enjoying. So here, this coloring book is Harvest Home. So these are all very fall inspired images, which I love. So most of them are tabbed because I've been having this book for a long time. And I've been wanting to work on these pages for a long time, but I tabbed some up here to share with you guys. I chose two pages for the month of October, for the month of November. Here is one of them right here. And I really like this page. It is just some gourds and some pumpkins, and I am excited to paint that. And then I would also like to color this page right here. Very, very fall. It's got pumpkins and it's got leaves and it's got some veggies in there and some fruit. So yeah, those are the two that I would like to color in here for the month of November. And for the month of October, I colored this page right here, which I really, really like. I finished this one on October. I colored this one on October 3rd, and I added all of the fall colors, and I had a lot of fun. It was very quick, and I really enjoyed it. And I think that's the only page that I colored in any coloring books for the month of October. And then I have this other coloring book that you guys have seen in my previous videos. I will link them down below if you are interested. Every month I share the pages that I colored in here with you guys. I didn't color anything in here for the month of October. You guys have seen this book a lot in my channel. I really like it. I am hoping to finish this book, and I think it would be the first coloring book that I finish. And I'm really excited. And for the month of November, I would like to color in this page. It feels pretty fall to me. Just a mushroom home. And then there's another one here. And this one, this beautiful cardinal. Yeah, I would like to color those two. And if I just get to one, then that's also fine. If I only get them started, that's also fine. I know November is going to be a very busy month with projects and with work. So whatever I get to do, I am okay with. I just want to have fun and enjoy it. I will also be sharing a video soon with my coloring book collection as well as my completed coloring pages. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure that you're signed up to be sure that you're subscribed to my channel, and then also be sure that you have your notifications on so you don't miss out on those videos. I also have this other coloring book out from my coloring book collection. And here I marked two pages that I would like to do for the month of November. These are more holiday inspired, so these may even roll over to the month of December. Here, I think this one is so cute. There's these two little squirrels, and they're decorating their house for the holidays, and they're putting up their Christmas lights. So I thought that one was really cute. And then there is this other one that just looks so cozy. It's this little mouse, and he's watching TV, and he's got all his Christmas decorations. So these may end up going to December, but I still have them marked for November. And if I get to them, then that is great. And then lastly, I have this coloring book here. This is Goblin Core, and I love this coloring book so much. It is huge, as you can tell. I don't know if you guys can see, but almost my whole arm up until my elbow is the same length as this book. And I think I like it so much that I don't color in it. And that's something that I've been working on for a long time, and I am getting better about it, but I would like to color in it for the month of November. I have started one page in here that I didn't really like, and I think that's why I haven't completed it. I'm not a fan of the colors that I chose for this page. I think it's these colors up here that I'm not a fan of, and that is very easily fixed. So I would like to continue working on this one for the month of November. And then I would also like to paint this page right here for the month of November, which is so beautiful. It's this like toad looking guy, and he's got his umbrella, and he's drinking his tea, and there's mushrooms, and Oh yeah, this book is just so beautiful. So hopefully I'll get to this this month. That would be great. And I love that it's huge. I love when I have like a lot of space. I love when I have a lot of space to work on. So I am excited about that. For the month of November, professionally, aside from the paintings that are going to be on display that I'm working on, I will also be creating another class for Skillshare. I will leave the link down below to my art class. Through that link, you can try my class for free, and you can also get 30 days for free to try other classes on Skillshare. And I am going to be working on a new art class that will be sort of a part 2 to the class that I have now on Skillshare. I will be working on that class in the month of November, getting it all together and share. So if you're interested in taking my art class, I will leave the link down below where you can try my class for free, and you can also get 30 days for free on Skillshare to try other classes. And I love that art class so much. That is another big project that I will be working on in the month of November. So as I had previously shared with you guys, I am trying to go through a lot of supplies that I don't usually use, and I started this series where I share with you guys my empties and things that I'm finishing up, and I'm keeping them in a box so that I can share them with you guys and hopefully inspire you guys to also use your art supplies, and not just your art supplies, but just things in general, right, that we have laying around. So in that, I'm going to include self-care, and I'm going to include beauty, and I'm going to include favorites and all of that. Kind of going along with that idea, I have this old planner that my very sweet boyfriend bought for me, and it's a 2024-2025 planner, and I've been having it for a long time, and I didn't really know what to do with it. I wanted to start playing around with cutouts and with scrapbooking. I've done it in the past. It's never been my favorite. It's always felt kind of like cheating, because the things that, you know, that you generally use for scrapbooking are generally not yours. Like it's things that you cut out, and it's stickers, and it's, you know, different art. And it always kind of felt weird to me. It felt kind of like cheating, like it's not my artwork. So I felt weird about it, but I have this giant book that I got from Barnes & Noble a really long time ago. And I've been having it for a really long time. And before it gets ruined or something falls on it or I forget about it, I want to use it. So in this, I shared it a long, long time ago when I first bought it. I shared it with you guys, but it has like wrapping paper, and it's got all kinds of papers. It's got like this journal, and it's got more wrapping paper, and it's got just many, many different types of paper and stickers and things for collage and scrapbooking. And it's got postcards, and you can make envelopes, and you can make a lot of really cool things with it. And so I want to create a book that is all about me. So everything that I love, everything that I'm interested in, and that is what this project is going to be. And I've already started working on it. Yesterday I spent some time just cutting things out, and it was honestly a lot of fun. And so I'll be sharing that process with you guys. So here I have some of the cutouts that I started working on, and then here is the first page. I glued this on, and then I glued these pages on, and it already looks so beautiful to me, and I'm barely getting started. So I want to add all kinds of things. I want to add pockets and decorations and everything that you can think of, and I want to add my favorite songs and my favorite movies and my favorite books and things that I'm interested in, things that I want to learn about. And I want it to be all about the things that I love, and it's just going to be for me. But I thought that before I fill it in, I can share with you guys the process. And if you guys are interested, maybe we can work on that together. But yeah, so I plan on working on this for the month of November, and I am so excited. I'm already loving it. So this is how the pages looked originally. They're just very thin, pages, and it's just like calendar stuff, and it's just like a planner with a calendar and dates. And this is what they are looking like now. And I love it so much, and I cannot wait. So I thought this would be a great way to use up my art supplies and planning supplies that I've been having just laying around that I haven't been using, like all of my stickers and all of my sticker books. So these are all Happy Planner sticker books, and I have other sticker books that I will be using. I have been so good this year. I haven't bought any stickers because I told myself that until I went through all the stickers that I have, I wasn't going to purchase anymore. And I've been so good, and I really want to get through all this stuff because honestly, I do really enjoy buying new art supplies. I feel like that's a huge source of inspiration, and it is a lot of fun for me. So, but I don't want to hoard things. I want to make sure that I am using all of the things that I'm buying. So I am really excited to go through all of these, to use up all the things, to use up all my papers and my scrap papers and all these papers and stamps and stickers and post-it notes and different markers and different art supplies, and go through all of that. And I feel like this book is going to just give me a reason and an outlet for using all of these random things that I am otherwise probably not going to use. So I am loving my book so much, and I cannot wait to share the process with you guys. So if you're interested, I will be sharing more of this in future videos. So make sure that you are subscribed and that you have your notifications on. And then for books. So here is a new book to my collection. I recently got this book and I am so excited. This is Ovid, the Metamorphoses, and my dad was always talking about metamorphoses, and it reminded me so much of him, and I'm really excited to read this book. I will be reading this for the month of November. Another book is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. This book was incredibly popular a few years ago, and I actually bought it for my mom in Mexico City. We went on a trip to Mexico City, and we went to this beautiful bookstore in downtown, and they had this book, and I bought it for my mom. So we actually already own it. But I like that she has her own copy, and now I have my own copy. That way I can mark it and annotate it, and she can have her copy, for herself. And I never read it. She read hers. She read her copy, and I'm really excited to read it because, like I said, I feel like for most creatives, minimalism is very aspirational and not necessarily a realistic goal. I have definitely, in many ways, I am a minimalist, but when it comes to art, when it comes to memorabilia, when it comes to sentimental items, I tend to hold on to things and have a lot of things. And I don't think that that's something I want to change about myself. I just think this is a good reminder for just making sure that the things that we do have are things that we love, and that we are actually enjoying the things that are in our homes and in our lives, and not using our homes as storage units, because that's not the point. So that is why I'm going to be reading this book for the month of November. And then obviously there comes, at the end of the year, it's always a great time to sort of go through our lives and just go through the things that we have and make sure that we are keeping things that bring value to our lives and things that we appreciate and enjoy, and not just, having a whole bunch of clutter around. So good book for the end of the year. And then I would like to also read this book for the month of November. This feels like a very fall book to me, Alaska Dreams. It's about, I've talked about this in previous videos, and I am excited to read it. It takes place in Alaska, and it just looks very fall-y. So let's see. So this is following a near-death experience. Selena is finally going after the career that she wants. And since casting directors won't see her as anything but a rom-com queen, she signs up to produce and star in her own movie, an edgy psychological thriller. And then reporter Gus Orozco is not hiding out in Wild River. He's waiting for the dust to settle after his on-camera overreaction that was triggered by watching his ex-fiancée get engaged to a superstar hockey player. He doesn't want to be anywhere near the film crew shooting at his family's campground, but Selena makes him an offer he can't refuse. So it sounds really interesting. There's this beautiful husky here. I have a husky, as you guys know, Jetty, and yeah, it's just a romantic book. And I hauled this a few months ago, and it's been on my to be read pile, and I am finally going to get to it in the month of November. So I'm excited about that. And then I have this book. So I originally wanted to read it for October, Halloween, and I didn't get to it. This is You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva. What is it? Geneva Rose. And I don't know if I said this one, but this is Alaska Dreams by Jennifer Snow. So obviously this is a thriller. It says Geneva Rose is the queen of twists, Colleen Hoover. So, yeah, I'm excited to read it. I don't really know much about it. I don't like, when it comes to thrillers and suspense, I don't like to read the back cover because sometimes they give the whole book away. I did look up triggers because I don't like, I don't like reading about anything bad happening. And I know in a thriller there has to be some kind of suspense, but I especially cannot read anything about like animal cruelty or anything to do with kids, like hurting kids or anything like that. So I always check for those two triggers. And this doesn't have any of that. So I don't know that I'll get to it in November, but if I am up for it, then it might be a nice switch from all the coziness from the month of November. So maybe I'll get to that. And then lastly, I have this book here, which I recently got, and this is The Hours Before Dusk by Jenna Matecki. And it is it's an interesting book. So it says, a white marble sign says, "In torno al fuoco è nata la vita." Around the fire, life is born. So it says, since 2005, Jenna has chronicled the moments of her life in the form of poems, short stories, and letters. Her work as a sustainability strategist and journalist has taken her over 25 cities across the continents, where she puts words to the familiar feelings of nostalgia, curiosity, turning strangers into friends, and falling in love for a moment with a feeling, with a place, with the right person at the perfect time. The Hours Before Dusk is a hybrid narrative that challenges readers to find feelings of peace and joy in the everyday and to sharpen their curiosity for the world through evocative stories and poetry. So it sounds incredible, and this book sounds really interesting. So it's just short stories and essays, and it sounds amazing, and I'm really excited to read it. So hopefully I'll be able to get to that for the month of November. And then for journaling and planning, I will plan everything in my fall notebook, everything that I want to get done for the month of November, all of my bucket lists and things that I want us to do. I even want to plan outfits, cozy outfits and cozy colors, and all of the things, foods that I want to try, and recipes that I want to try, and movies that I want us to watch, and experiences, and camping and hiking, and all of the things. So I will be keeping everything in my fall notebook. And I hope that by the end of November, this notebook will be completely jam-packed with memories and with recipes and with all the fun things that we did. And I think I'm mainly going to be in that notebook for the month of November. And I'm going to do everything in there, from planning to memory keeping. So that's going to be my main notebook. I'm going to write the books that I read, and take notes from those books in that notebook. And if I take any classes, that's another thing. I just signed up for a class and I am really excited to start that this month. And I'm going to be taking all the notes for that class in my larger Dream It to Life notebook, which is lined and it's specific for that. But certain snippets and things that I want to remember and memory keep of my class, I will be putting them inside this notebook. And just date night ideas and fun things that I want us to do and art that I want to create and, museum trips and interesting movies and all of the things, I'm going to be keeping them in here. And this will be my fall 2025 notebook. And then, and I'm really excited about that because usually I will have a notebook for a certain amount of time and I'll just I'll have things in there from several months. And this notebook is specific to the month of November. So I want to keep everything that we do in November in here. And then for the month of December, I want to change to the new notebook. So those are my plans for like journaling and memory keeping and planning. And those are my plans for reading and for art and projects that I'll be working on for the month of November that I'm really excited about. Like I said, a new class is coming, so I will leave the link down below. For those of you who haven't tried my current art class, you can sign up using that link and you can take my class for free. And you can also take other classes for 30 days for free. And I will be working on my new art class this month. They're going to be showcasing my art, like I said, in this month. So I'll be working on those art pieces. And these are the books that I'm going to be reading and the art that I'm going to be working on. And coming up next should be a video on new art supplies and testing new art supplies. And then also another video on my wish list for the holidays to give you some ideas. And there are many, many more videos to come. Also, if you would like to enter the giveaway, I will share that link down below so that you can enter there. The giveaway is going on for 2 weeks, so best of luck. And once again, thank you guys so much for everything, for your support and your love. I hope you're having a beautiful fall season. I hope that you're excited for the holidays and that you're all doing well. And please let me know down below what you're enjoying the most this season. For me, hands down, it's the weather. My boyfriend is outside right now with Tilly, our cat, and they're enjoying this beautiful weather. And I just love everything that comes with this season. It's so hot here every other month aside from like November, December, January. So camping and hiking and bonfires and grilling outside and just spending time outside and doing outdoor activities and spending time in nature is definitely my favorite thing about this weather. Also, obviously, the fashion and all the cozy things that you get to do, the candles and the hot drinks and all of that. So I will also be sharing a video with all of my cozy favorites. So stay tuned for that. All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you're doing well. And I will see you guys next week with another video. Take care. Bye.